करने से उनका अभिनंदन करेंगे, उनका स्वागत करेंगे, लैंप लाइटिंग होगी, उनके उद्बोधन होंगे, हम सभी को वेल विशेस देंगे और उसके बाद सीधा ले चलेंगे आपको एंटरटेनमेंट की उस बहुत ही सुनहरी शाम में, जहां पर मिलकर संगीत की दुनिया में हम सब लोग खो जाएंगे। श्रेया घोषाल के तो गीत ही ऐसे हैं जो एक से बढ़कर एक हैं। हर गीत जो वो गाती हैं लगता है कि पहले से बेहतर है, फिर अगला गीत और पहले से बेहतर। द ब्यूटिफुल वॉइस इज गोइंग टू एंटरटेन ऑल ऑफ अस शॉर्टली। जल्दी ही हम शुरुआत कर रहे हैं स्पेशल डे का, जो हमारा फाउंडेशन डे है पेट्रोनेट एलएनजी लिमिटेड का। इस सुनहरे अवसर में जितने भी हमारे गणमान्य अतिथि पहुंचे हैं, उनके परिवार हैं, बच्चे हैं, सभी का हम अभिनंदन करते हैं, बहुत बहुत स्वागत करते हैं। सम ऑफ आवर गेस्ट्स हैव जस्ट जॉइंड अस। अभी अभी जिन्होंने ज्वाइन किया है, आइए प्लीज़ बैठें। जो भी व्यवस्था आपको उचित लगे उसके अनुसार कृपया बैठें। बहुत सारी खाली कुर्सियां हैं, आपका इंतजार कर रही हैं। क्विकली प्लीज टेक योर सीट्स एंड वी आर अबाउट टू बिगिन।
touch the sky. The music moves under us. We don't stop till the sun is up. You can't take this away from us. Feel the electricity changing our blood.
सभी से निवेदन है कि अपने अपने स्थान को ग्रहण करने की कृपा करें। आज के इस बहुत ही सुंदर आयोजन को अब आरंभ करने का समय आ चुका है। निवेदन है सभी हमारे गणमान्य अतिथियों से कि कृपया अपने अपने स्थान को ग्रहण करें। आइए आरंभ करते हैं, शुरुआत करते हैं उस पल की जिस पल की हम सभी को प्रतीक्षा थी। वो बहुत ही सुंदर क्षण अब हमारी निगाहों के सामने, हमारी दृष्टि के सामने आने जा रहा है। निवेदन आप सभी से, कृपया बैठें और मोबाइल्स को कृपया साइलेंट पे रखें। A very good evening, distinguished guests on the dais. Respected Chairman, Petronet LNG Limited and Secretary, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Shri Pankaj Jain ji, a very warm welcome to you, sir. बहुत abhinandan. MD and CEO Shri Akshay Kumar Singh ji, बहुत स्वागत. Director Finance and CFO Shri Vinod Kumar Mishra ji, बहुत abhinandan. And Director Technical Shri Pramod Narang ji. बहुत abhinandan. Our esteemed dignitaries in the gathering present today evening and our dear PLL family. A very warm welcome to the 28th Foundation Day celebration of Petronet LNG Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, may I please request everyone to kindly be seated, please. जो सामने की तरफ हमारे अतिथि खड़े हैं, कृपया प्लीज अपने जगह पर बैठ जाएं। Ladies and gentlemen, due to unavoidable circumstances, our chief guest for the day, the Honorable Union Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas, Shri Hardeep Singh Puri ji, and our guest of honor, Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum and Natural Gas and Tourism, Shri Suresh Gopi ji could not join us for this very special occasion, but the Honorable Union Minister, Shri Hardeep Singh Puri ji, has sent his warm wishes through a video message for each and every one of us present here, who have contributed immensely towards the success of the organization. On behalf of Petronet LNG Limited, one of the fastest growing energy companies in the Indian energy sector, I am delighted to welcome you all to this special and momentous occasion, a celebration of PLL's remarkable milestone of completing 27 years in the ever-evolving oil and gas industry. This significant day is a testament to the dedication, resilience, and contribution of every single person present here who has been a part of PLL's magnificent journey. कहते हैं ना कि तोड़ना है हर पिंजरा, मेरी उड़ान अभी बाकी है. तोड़ना है हर पिंजरा, मेरी उड़ान अभी बाकी है. मंजिलें ज़मीं भर नहीं, आसमान अभी बाकी है. Ladies and gentlemen, a loud and clear congratulations to PLL family and a big round of applause for everybody present here for all the memory down the years and a bright future ahead. On 2nd April 1998, PLL embarked on a transformative journey to usher India into a new era of modern energy, addressing the growing demands of a rapidly developing nation. Over the past 27 years, PLL has evolved from a visionary initiative into a cornerstone of India's energy sector, setting benchmarks in excellence, innovation, and sustainability. With a world-class infrastructure, strategic partnerships, and an unwavering commitment to energy security, PLL has not only pioneered the LNG landscape in India, but has also earned global recognition. From successfully commissioning state-of-the-art terminals to expanding its operational footprint, every milestone reflects the relentless dedication and collective efforts of the PLL family. Today, as we celebrate this incredible journey, we take immense pride in our achievements and look forward to even brighter future ahead. जैसे कि हमारे देश में परंपरा है, हम सदा से कहते आए हैं और निभाते आए हैं, अतिथि देवो भव। अपने अतिथियों का स्वागत सत्कार करना हमने सदा से परम धर्म माना है, आइए उसी को निभाते हैं। As we proceed ahead, I warmly thank our distinguished guests for their august presence and we welcome them now with a beautiful planter. May I please request Shri A.K. Singh ji to kindly welcome Shri Pankaj Jain ji, Chairman PLL and Secretary Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas with a beautiful planter. एक शॉल और एक सुंदर प्लांटर के माध्यम से आइए अभिनंदन करते हैं, वंदन करते हैं, स्वागत करते हैं और सभी की ओर से करतल ध्वनि में अभिनंदन, जोरदार तालियां। Plants, as they say, are gifts that grow. Thank you very much. I request our esteemed dignitaries on the dais to kindly light the ceremonial lamp now and begin the proceedings formally. आइए चलते हैं धरती से आकाश की ओर, प्राणी से परमात्मा की ओर। कहा जाता है कि दीप प्रज्वलन एक यात्रा है अज्ञान से ज्ञान की ओर। हमारे जीवन में भी ज्ञान का प्रकाश उतरे, हम सही समय पर सही फैसले ले सकें। करतल ध्वनि से आइए स्वागत करते हैं इस अभूतपूर्व क्षण का, जहां पर पेट्रोनेट का स्थापना दिवस हम सभी मिलकर मना रहे हैं। बहुत बहुत स्वागत। पुनः जोरदार तालियां सभी की ओर से। दीप प्रज्वलन एक और यात्रा है जो कि अंधकार से प्रकाश की ओर लेकर चलती है हम सभी को। ज्ञान रूपी प्रकाश हमारे जीवन में उतरे और हम सभी के जीवन को रोशन करे, ऐसी हमारी प्रभु से आराधना है। We pray to Goddess Saraswati to bring prosperity and happiness in our lives and make this evening a blessed one. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to request PLL's MD and CEO, Shri Akshay Kumar Singh ji, to present his welcome address to the distinguished guests and gathering present here today. Sir.
Respected Secretary, Petroleum and Natural Gas and Chairman, Petronet LNG Limited, Shri Pankaj Jain Saab, CMD and Director of Oil and Gas Measures, my colleagues on PLL board, other distinguished guests, PLL employees and their family members, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you on this momentous occasion to celebrate the 20th Foundation Day of Petronet LNG Limited. The moment is to rejoice and remember the glorious journey of more than 2.5 decades of the company. This remarkable journey of 27 years commenced with a subtle start on 2nd April 1998, marking it as the foundation stone of the first LNG regasification terminal of the country. Another historic moment arrived on 28th January 2002, when the foundation stone of Southeast First LNG terminal at Dahej was laid by then Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Sri Ram Nayak ji, in presence of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, who was the Chief Minister of Gujarat at that point of time. There was no looking back thereafter. PLL conquered various milestones, such as commissioning of Dahej terminal in the year 2004 with a capacity of 5 MMTPA, and then expanding it progressively to the 17.5 MMTPA capacity. In the process, this terminal transformed into the busiest terminal in the world in terms of cargo handling and send out. En route, PLL commissioned 5 MMTPA Kochi LNG terminal in year 2013. With all these laurels in its cap, from a humble beginning, PLL transformed into the 49th ranked Fortune India 500's most sustainable companies for the year 2024 in the business world of top 50 and rank at 29th number. PLL maintains its leadership position on the Indian energy market, handling around 2/3 of total LNG import of the country. PLL has maintained its international rating by Moody's at par with the sovereign rating and secured the highest domestic rating from ECRA and CRISIL. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I consider this a special day as a thanksgiving day for all of us. First and foremost, I would like to thank our government, especially the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, as it was their vision which led to formation of PLL, ushering an era to take the country into the path of modern energy. We consider ourselves fortunate that the much needed guidance from our ministry has always been forthcoming to us. Under the guidance of ministry and our board, we have been constantly striving and trying level best for exceeding the expectations. Then PLL's 4 giant promoters, GAIL, IOCL, BPCL and ONGC, who nurtured the company well in its budding stage, and since then have been 4 pillars extending rock solid support to the company always. A special mention and thanks to all the current and former employees of the company for their hard work, dedication and commitment to save the company to bring it to the current level of recognition, both domestically and internationally. Today, after a hard work of more than 2.5 decades, when we see the dreams turning into reality, I consider the success of our company as the success of our employees and their families. My sincere thanks and gratitude also to Government of Gujarat, Kerala and Odisha for their continued valued support. Thanks to our supplier, off-takers, shippers, and to all other stakeholders and partners in our growth journey for the trust and confidence they have reposed in Petronet. As I have mentioned earlier, since 1998, we have grown multifolds by expanding our regasification capacity from 5 MMTPA to 22.5 MMTPA. Today, it provides immense self-satisfaction and fills us with pride when look upon our contribution in the nation building. We are constantly innovating and deploying technology to align our processes, products and services with the changing energy needs of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to share some of the significant achievements in the recent past. Last year, during India Energy Week, PLL successfully concluded and executed a LNG sales and purchase agreement for purchase of around 7.5 MMTPA LNG with Qatar Energy on long-term basis for 20 years. This is pursuant to extension of an existing LNG SPA for LNG supply of around 7.5 MMTPA LNG sales and purchase agreement on FOB basis, signed on 31st July 1999 for supply till 2028. Under the new agreement, LNG supplies will be made on delivered basis, commencing from 2028 till 2048. Dahej terminal achieved the highest ever daily send out of 81.62 MMSCM gas on 19th June 2024. For the understanding of the audience, it is the gas quantity equivalent to one LNG ship load of normal size. The terminal also achieved the highest ever monthly and quarterly send out of 87 TBTU and 248 TBTU respectively during May 2024 and the first quarter of current fiscal respectively. PLL's both terminal taken together processed the highest ever yearly send out of 934.42 TBTU for the financial year 2024-2025. Dahej and Kochi terminal achieved a 5-star rating for second year in a row in an occupational health safety and well-being audit carried out by British Safety Council. Both terminal also received the prestigious Sword of Honor Award also for the second consecutive year, demonstrating the organization's commitment in achieving excellence in the areas of health, safety, and employee well-being. PLL, Dahej, and Kochi terminal are the only terminal in the country to receive 5-star rating and Sword of Honor from British Safety Council. PLL registered the highest ever profit before tax and profit after tax for the 9-month period ended on 31st December 2024 of Indian rupees 3,829 crores and Indian rupees 2,856 crores respectively. PLL continued to recruit through campus placement from IIT Madras, IIT Delhi, IIT Bombay, IIT Kanpur, IIT Roorkee, IIT BHU, ICAI Institute, IIM, and top management institutes, and selected a total 23 students for joining in financial year 25-26. Those students will be joining in June-July of this year. Against the last year total joining, actual from these institutes, 26 students joined the PLL in the discipline of mechanical, chemical, civil, electrical, finance, HR, and marketing disciplines. As a part of the constant endeavor to improve the number of female employees, 6 out of 23 selected students this year and 7 out of 26 joined last year are female. PLL is actively pursuing its board-approved strategy and vision, code name 15-1040, that is turnover of 1 lakh crore in 5 years horizon, and the bottom line is 10,000 crore by investing 40,000 capex. The period is 2022 to 2027. In line with this vision, project around rupees 30,000 crore have already been sanctioned by the competent authorities and currently are various stages of implementations and even completions. Recently, 2 LNG tanks were commissioned on 1st of October 2024 and is operational. Third jetty project execution, which is a unique jetty probably in the world, wherein LNG, ethane, and propane, all three together will be handled on a single jetty. Construction of this third jetty is in full swing and targeted to be completed by January 2027. PLL is undertaking brownfield capacity expansion of Dahej LNG terminal from 17.5 MMTPA to 22.5 MMTPA. Construction activities are in full swing and project is in advanced stage of its completion. PLL has also taken significant steps towards setting up a land-based LNG terminal in east coast of India at Gopalpur of capacity 5 MMTPA. Payment has already been made to the government of Orissa to take 80 acres of land, and PLL is also aiming to significantly enhance its capacity of LNG truck loading facility at both the terminals to meet the increasing demand of LNG through truck across the country. And as part of this expansion, we have already expanded the truck loading bay from 4 number at Dahej to 8 number, and from 2 number to 4 number at Kochi, and all are operational. The modification required in the Kochi terminal to reduce the time for gassing up and cooling down facilities, which is the unique work PLL does in the country, has been completed, and the bottleneck for doing the faster gassing up and cooling down operations is removed. And now this Kochi terminal can compete with any international such facility available in the world for this operation. PLL has purchased 3 floors of Tower I of this Naroji NBCC complex for setting up its corporate office, and execution of interior works are in full swing, and we are targeting to complete it by July to shift it there, our corporate office. The petrochemical complex at Dahej terminal, which is of 750 KTA PDH and 500 KTA polypropylene, including ethane and propane storage and handling facilities and other utilities, with an approved capex of 20,685 crores, is progressing as per schedule. This petrochemical complex will be unique in nature in the country, where the cold energy of existing LNG adjoining terminal will be utilized for refrigeration cycle of petrochemical plant, and also this petrochemical complex will have its captive jetty to handle the feedstock, that is the propane. The project was granted environmental clearance on 8th March 2024 by MOEF. The foundation stone of project was laid by Honorable Prime Minister on 12th March 2024. I am glad to share that all the projects being handled by Petronet are on track with regard to a stringent timeline that we have set for ourselves. Being a responsible corporate, PLL understands its responsibility towards all its stakeholders, and CSR forms an integral part of its business strategy. PLL has been undertaking various socio-economic development projects and has been supplementing the efforts of local institutions, NGO, local government, and implementing agencies in the field of education, healthcare, war widows, community development, entrepreneurship, etc., to meet priority needs of marginalized and underserved communities, with the aim to help them become self-reliant. Therefore, on this remarkable day, I urge upon all the members of PLL family to take a renewed pledge to make coming years even more eventful by accelerating our march towards becoming a significant energy provider of the country. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I convey my sincere thanks to all of you for being with us on this special day and making PLL's 20th Foundation Day a truly memorable event. I once again convey my gratitude to you for taking time out of your hectic schedule for this event. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for reflecting on the strong foundation of PLL, and I'm sure it makes all of us present here feel proud of each and every accomplishment. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, when PLL was established, the mission was to import, transport, and distribute liquefied natural gas, thereby ensuring that India has access to a cleaner, more sustainable, and cost-effective source of energy. Today, as we reflect the journey, it is inspiring to see how far the organization has come. PLL has expanded their infrastructure in state-of-the-art terminals and developed strategic partnerships that have made PLL a name synonymous with reliability and excellence in the LNG sector. Today, with great pride, PLL can look back on the extraordinary contributions it has made towards nation building over these successful 27 years. And to give you all a glimpse of the organization's mission, achievements so far, and vision ahead, we hereby present you a journey which aptly embodies the true essence of the company and the impact it has created in the Indian energy sector. सभी से निवेदन है कि सभी की दृष्टि सामने लगी स्क्रीन की तरफ केंद्रित हो जाए. मैं टीम से निवेदन करती हूं कि PLL की कॉर्पोरेट फिल्म को शुरू करें.
Good ideas make great stories, but a strong vision rewrites history, creating a legacy that remains a constant reminder of the pledge to the purpose. With one such vision began the journey of the country's leading energy provider. Steered by the purpose of energizing an aspirant India, growing, nurturing, fueling its will, powering its dreams. Petronet LNG Limited, celebrating 28th year of glory. An iconic enterprise, one of the fastest growing world-class energy companies, the key energy provider to the nation, energizing millions of lives. Promoted by leading oil and gas PSUs, BPCL, GAIL, Indian Oil, ONGC, Petronet LNG Limited has emerged as a trailblazer in the oil and gas industry. Over its remarkable 28th year of journey, it has grown from India's first LNG regasification company to one of the leaders in the energy value chain, expanding its infrastructure from 5 MMTPA in 2004 to 22.5 MMTPA. Achieving sustainable and innovative progress. With 2 LNG terminals located in Dahej, Gujarat and Kochi, Kerala, Petronet LNG Limited is driving the nation's transition to green energy. The company fulfills 2/3 of India's LNG imports and contributes approximately 34% of the total natural gas consumption in the country. Standing among the nation's fastest growing energy companies, Petronet LNG Limited boasts a market capitalization of rupees 51,930 crore as on NSE closing price on 31st December 2024, a turnover of rupees 52,728 crore, and a net worth of rupees 18,312 crore as of 31st December 2024. Petronet LNG's Dahej and Kochi LNG terminals are the only LNG terminals in India to receive consecutive 5-star ratings and Sword of Honor for occupational health and safety from the British Safety Council in 2023 and in 2024. In 2023, MD and CEO Akshay Kumar Singh received the prestigious Sword of Honor by the British Safety Council as a testament to the organization's commitment to health and safety excellence. Strengthening global integration, Petronet is expanding its reach and verticals through wholly owned subsidiaries and joint ventures to seize domestic and international opportunities.
जो भी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर देश में बनेगा, सभी को एनर्जी की जरूरत होगी और इसी कारण आप देख रहे हैं कि भारत कैसे अपनी ऊर्जा क्षमता को, एनर्जी कैपेसिटी को लगातार बढ़ा रहा है। हमारी सरकार ने जो रिफॉर्म्स किए हैं, उससे भारत में घरेलू गैस का उत्पादन तेजी से बढ़ रहा है। हम प्राइमरी एनर्जी मिक्स में नेचुरल गैस को 6% से बढ़ाकर 15% तक करने के लिए प्रयास कर रहे हैं।
In line with Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji's vision to increase natural gas share from the current 6.7% to 15% by 2030, Petronet has unveiled its 1-5-10-40 strategy, a roadmap that aims for exponential growth, targeting a turnover of rupees 1 lakh crore, a bottom line of rupees 10,000 crore and an investment of rupees 40,000 crore over the 5 years. To achieve this vision, several projects have been undertaken involving expansion of the Dahej LNG terminal capacity from 17.5 MMTPA to 22.5 MMTPA with 2 new tanks, along with an ongoing construction of a third jetty, first of its kind, having unique features of handling LNG, ethane and propane facilities. Setting up of a 5 MMTPA land-based LNG terminal on east coast of India to augment its combined capacity from 22.5 MMTPA to 32.5 MMTPA to meet growing natural gas demand. Unfolding a new chapter in India's energy journey. On 12th March 2024, Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji laid the foundation stone of PLL's 750 KTPA PDH and 500 KTPA PP petrochemical project at Dahej, Gujarat.
दहेज में, गुजरात में दहेज में 20,000 करोड़ रुपए से अधिक की लागत से बनने वाले पेट्रोकेमिकल परिसर का भी शिलान्यास हुआ है। और ये प्रोजेक्ट हाइड्रोजन उत्पादन के साथ साथ देश में पॉलीप्रोपिलीन की डिमांड को पूरा करने में अहम भूमिका निभाने वाला है।
With an investment of rupees 20,685 crore, this state-of-the-art plant, India's first to utilize cold energy integration technology, will help bridge the 10% incremental demand gap for polypropylene in the country. Additionally, Petronet has executed definitive agreements with Deepak Phenolics Limited for the long-term sale and purchase of propylene and hydrogen. Signed on 6th February 2025, under this landmark agreement, PLL will supply 250 KTPA of propylene and 11 KTPA of hydrogen from its petrochemical complex in Dahej to DPL over a 15-year period. In its pursuit of securing India's energy future, PLL is continually driving strategic partnerships to pave the way for a more resilient energy infrastructure. Some of these key partnerships include signing of MOU with the Gujarat government for a rupees 20,685 crore petrochemicals project, the Dahej terminal capacity expansion for rupees 600 crore, and an affordable housing complex in Bharuch for rupees 100 crore, marking a significant milestone in its energy market leadership. At the Make in Odisha Conclave 2025, Shri A.K. Singh, MD and CEO, met with Odisha CM Shri Mohan Charan Majhi and senior officials on 3rd October 2024, New Delhi, to discuss PLL's investment plans, including the Gopalpur LNG terminal, a CBG plant in Devgarh, and SS LNG stations, receiving assurance of full government support for swift implementation. MOU with LTL Holdings Sri Lanka to supply LNG from the Kochi terminal to LTL's dual-fueled power plants in Colombo. MD and CEO Shri A.K. Singh had an opportunity to meet His Excellency Mr. Anurag Kumar Dissanayaka, President of Sri Lanka, at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. PLL achieved a remarkable milestone at the prestigious India Energy Week 2024 Goa by signing a historic 20-year LNG sale and purchase agreement with Qatar Energy for 7.5 MMTPA LNG supplies from 2028 to 2048. This transformative agreement significantly strengthens the nation's energy security under the visionary guidance of Shri Hardeep S. Puri, Honorable Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas.
I want to congratulate one of the fastest growing energy companies in the world and its CMD, Mr. A.K. Singh, and all the other management and executives there. You have a near monopoly on the country's LNG import and gasification and liquefaction issue. You're doing a very good job. I would like to encourage you to do even better. And I think the country will need more resources, more energy of all forms. So no matter which part of the stream you are in, I think the sky is the limit. So heartiest congratulations and thank you very much and all the best. Thank you.
Taking significant steps towards revolutionizing India's transport sector, Petronet LNG Limited is also setting up LNG fueling stations to provide LNG for long-haul trucks and buses. Committed to creating a lasting social impact, Petronet LNG Limited, as a responsible organization, has undertaken various initiatives in areas of sustainable development, community welfare, and environmental conservation, aiming to drive meaningful change and foster a better future for all. Made significant efforts by contributing rupees 25 crore in 2023 to PM CARES Fund. In response to the Prime Minister's call for an industry-oriented education system, the organization built a multi-purpose hall at Maharani Lakshmibai College, Hisar, Haryana, aimed at supporting higher education with a focus on holistic personality development for female students. Partnered with Mata Chakeri Devi Foundation to distribute 2,000 sewing machines, fostering self-employment opportunities for underprivileged and EWS women in and around Delhi. Organized distribution of 750 e-tabs to MCD school teachers by Shri Hardeep Singh Puri Ji, Honorable Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas. In lieu of the disaster management, overseeing construction of 5 pilgrim accommodation blocks at Shri Kedarnath Dham, Uttarakhand. By consistently investing in talent development, fostering a collaborative culture, and prioritizing employee satisfaction, Petronet continues to set benchmarks in creating an inspiring workplace that attracts and retains top talent. Underscoring its commitment to provide a positive and dynamic work environment, Petronet has been recognized as one of the most preferred workplaces for 2024-2025 by Daily Marksman. A journey led by the growth of a nation. A journey reflective of service and excellence. We embarked on this journey of a humble commitment to this nation and our values. 28 years on this journey, we stand proud of the LNG horizons we have expanded, of the new paths we have charted, and of the lives we have served. We are Petronet LNG Limited, and we celebrate our 28th year of glory.
Thank you so much. Indeed, a remarkable journey with outstanding milestones strengthening India's energy security and contributing to a cleaner environment by promoting the use of natural gas. Thank you so much. Indeed, a journey led by growth of a nation, as rightly mentioned in the corporate film. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now be requesting the Honorable Chairman, PLL, and Secretary, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Shri Pankaj Jain ji, for his keynote address now. आइए जोरदार तालियों के साथ स्वागत करते हैं श्री पंकज जैन जी का और उनके उद्बोधन के लिए उन्हें आमंत्रित करते हैं सर.
MDPLL Akshay Singh ji, functional directors on the board of PLL, Mr. Narang and Mr. Mishra, the independent directors of PLL were all present here, and so glad to see you here. But we are also joined by a lot of very other important dignitaries, Chairman IOCL, CMD GAIL, CMD EIL, and especially the India head of Qatar Energy, as well as all the functional directors of various oil and gas PSUs. So I was listening to both the video as well as what Akshay ji was speaking, and it just struck me that we talk about 27 years of existence, we talk about moving into the 28th year, and we talk about that in the presence of giants such as IOCL and BPCL who've been around for much, much longer. So while that is on the one hand, it might seem humbling that yes, we still have a long journey to go, a long way to go. But it is also a fact that if you were to look back to 1998, to the year 2000, and what the top 50 list, even in the Fortune 500 of India would look like, I think being there and having stayed there over the last 25, 28 years, that itself is an achievement, because the corporate history is actually replete, especially in current times of change. It is replete with instances of companies rising very rapidly and also falling away equally rapidly. So the very fact that PLL continues not only to remain relevant, but also remain at a place of pride, I think I really want to congratulate PLL for having been there and staying there. It's a great show. Also, I think I'm trying to make up for our minister's absence. Both our ministers have had two very long days in Parliament, which have meant that it has been difficult for them to honor a whole lot of other commitments which they had made. So I'm actually standing in for them, and but in doing so, I'm also conveying their best wishes to PLL for whatever it has done and whatever it aims to do. And I will talk about that momentarily. But it is something that we will also hear from them directly. But having said this, my mind also goes back to 1998, and I think briefly Akshay Singh mentioned this. The uniqueness of the experiment which PLL represents. The fact that 4 entities along with the state government of Gujarat actually made it possible, and somebody thought that yes, importing LNG can be big business. Somebody thought that getting 4 companies, 4 giants in their own right come together, contribute part equity, and then make it 50% with public is something, is an idea which can work. And I know, even at the cost of not being corrected, let me put it this way, the investment which has been made by IOCL, by GAIL or BPCL has actually paid for itself many times over as compared to even subsidiaries which they have set up themselves. So I think that is something which, again, goes to the credit of PLL. PLL has delivered value. It has delivered value to shareholders. It has delivered value to energy consumers. And it has delivered value to the nation as a whole in multiple ways. And again, something which they can be justifiably proud of. But I think there was something else which we tend to often overlook. Somebody else took a major call on PLL way back in 1999. That somebody was Qatar Energy, and I think I'll be failing in my duties if I do not place my appreciation for Qatar Energy. What they started off in 1999 when PLL was just perhaps a gleam in somebody's eye, to having brought it to 2028, sign a contract for that long, and then now being gracious enough to agree to us. I mean, I agree it was hard negotiations, and I would have expected nothing less from both sides. But to arrive at a situation where we now are in business for another 20 years till 2048 reflects maturity on both sides, reflects commitment on both sides, and I want to personally thank Qatar Energy for making it possible. So for those of us, and I think again all of us who are in the energy sector, sitting in the today and now, there's often a question in our minds. We keep seeing around us more and more electrical vehicles. We keep seeing around us a lot of emphasis on renewable energy, and India has been a pioneer in terms of adding renewable energy. We keep hearing a lot of conversation, a lot of discourses actually about energy transition. And of course, we keep being told that natural gas is a bridge fuel. So all that you know, all that we are familiar with. The fact remains that India will continue to be a very big customer of oil and gas for a very long time. And therefore, what it becomes important for PLL, not just to be in the oil and gas business, but to be equally ready for a life after oil and gas start to abate, start to become less important. And therefore, the investments which PLL has been deciding upon or making, and as chairman of the board, I have been privy to some of these decisions, which we disclose from time to time. We are actually preparing for the future, and again, something which is underappreciated. It is one thing to say that, yes, we intend to make 40,000 crores of investment in a period of 5 years, of which projects worth 30,000 crore are already at various stages of implementation. It is important to contextualize this. For a company whose net worth has been around 15,000, 18,000 crores, to be able to talk and decide on investments of 40,000 crore means that the next few years are going to be really, really exciting. We will be investing twice as much what the company is worth today. And that investment is going to happen in the next 4 to 5 years. So it's really a time when it is absolutely a delight and a privilege to be part of the company in this very, very exciting journey. It's not going to happen again so soon. But when we are doing this, it will also mean that as a company or as somebody who's associated with the company, I have to understand that I'm no longer working for an LNG company. This company is now going to be dealing with multiple molecules, whether it is compressed biogas, it is ethane, it is propane, or each of those individual petchem products, or even hydrogen, which we are going to sell. I think the video talked about sale of hydrogen. And therefore, the skill sets which need to be developed within the company, the ability to deal with very different market contexts for each of these products, our ability to handle each of them safely, securely, efficiently, those will continue to be something which we need to strive for to achieve excellence. And that really will represent what we need to do over the next 5 years to 7 years as we take each of these projects to a logical conclusion to its commissioning. And that is something which we must aspire to. We hope that we are able to convey to you the idea behind the investments which this company is making. Having said that, there will continue to be incremental improvements in what we do, whether it's in terms of bunkering or it's in terms of direct sales of LNG, all those will keep happening. But some of the fundamental changes which are going to happen in this country, in this company, are something which we need to prepare for. It in many ways represents a future for which adequate preparation would really be required for. So that would really be my message to all of you, and particularly those who have joined the company in the recent few years. This is in your own lifetimes, the nature of this company is going to change very, very dramatically. Finally, let me also say that I want to congratulate the management of PLL for some outstanding work done on CSR. They have been focused on this for the past many years now, and the sheer range of the CSR work which has been done by the company, it's also recognized by a lot of independent entities. So keep up the good work. That the CSR really is helping. It is really making a big difference. And lastly, when I got onto the stage, I did realize that all of you are here actually for a musical and fun-filled evening. So very clearly, I would be amongst the last person to stand between you and that evening. So thank you very much for your patience hearing and for being here. It's wonderful today to be here.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your thoughts, views and ideas with all of us today. Thank you very much for those words of wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, every successful journey is led by a visionary leader who not only plays a crucial role in setting the direction, inspiring others, but also fosters innovation. I would now request for the video message of our Honorable Union Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas, Shri Hardeep Singh Puri ji, who could not join us today in person, but he sent his well wishes for all of us. May I request the team to kindly play the video message.
I would like to extend warm greetings to all of you on the occasion of the 28th Foundation Day of Petronet LNG Limited. Today, we celebrate a company that contributes to India's energy security under the dynamic leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. In a time of global energy volatility, India's oil and gas sector has shown remarkable resilience. Since the commissioning of Southeast Asia's first LNG terminal at Dahej in 2004, Petronet has emerged as one of the world's most efficient and busiest LNG hubs, now scaling up to a capacity of 22.5 million metric tons per annum. The government's initiatives, ranging from increased oil and gas exploration to ethanol blending, and more recently, capping this with the new oil field regulation bill, are geared towards achieving energy self-reliance. Aligned with this vision, I'm glad to note that Petronet has invested rupees 30,000 crores in strategic projects, including a greenfield terminal in Gopalpur and a petrochemical complex at Dahej. With an eye on global LNG supply dynamics, Petronet is set to proactively secure long-term contracts and boost domestic access to clean fuels. It is encouraging to witness Petronet's transition from an LNG importer to a fully integrated energy player. I hope that Petronet LNG continues to remain a cornerstone of India's ambition to build a gas-based, self-reliant economy. I want to congratulate all the employees of Petronet LNG on this Foundation Day. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for taking time out and sending in your well wishes for all of us today. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, with many inspirational thoughts and words of wisdom that we have heard from our distinguished guests today, we're moving on. We thank each one of you for giving your precious time. इससे पहले कि हम अपनी म्यूजिकल इवनिंग की शुरुआत करें, हम निवेदन करना चाहेंगे हमारे मंचासीन सभी गणमान्य अतिथियों से कि सामने दर्शक दीर्घा में अपने स्थान को ग्रहण करने की कृपा करें। और क्योंकि हमें स्टेज को थोड़ा सेट करना है, तो हमें लगभग 20 मिनट लगेंगे. We invite you for a rejuvenating and refreshing high tea, which is being served now, and we request you to be kindly back in 20 minutes so that we can begin with the musical journey that all of us had been waiting for. वो बहुत ही खूबसूरत आवाज़, वो नाइटिंगेल हमारे बीच अब आ चुकी हैं हमारे प्रेमाइसेस में, वो पहुंच चुकी हैं और जल्दी ही हमारे मध्य होंगी। तो मैं निवेदन करना चाहूँगी कि आप सभी लोग 15 से 20 मिनट में रिजुविनेटेड एंड रिफ्रेश्ड वापस लौट आएँ, ताकि